Ever wondered why your course page isn't making sales? You've got a solid course, good reviews, but people just aren't clicking buy. There's a simple reason, and once you fix it, your sales will jump fast. Stick around and I'll show you what most creators are missing. If you get value from this video, please hit subscribe and tap like for the algorithm and add a comment, which is great for myself. It really helps me create more content to help you succeed. So how do you make your course sell? Way back in 1996, my first sales page was one that I just copied from a sales letter that I had. And when I looked over what I'd covered, I realized that basically I had copied the pattern that was in that original sales letter. Because we're really going back to the start of the internet there, which sounds horrible, but it's true. I've been around since then. And I took the basic formula that sales letter had used, and I'd copied the same formula and used it on my page. It worked, but I also perfected it over times. And years later, I'm still working on sales pages and funnels for my clients. So what I want to do is cover a few things that you need to make sure that you get on that page, because they make a big difference. First of all, you need to start with a clear promise. Every strong sales page begins with a bold statement, and generally that's a headline that tells your buyer what the result is that they will get when they buy from you. It's not about features. It's not about giving them all the fluff that they want to know about. It's the result that they want. So this is really important. When someone lands on your page, the first thing they should read tells them that they're in the right place. Okay. So in other words, if you've got an ad, the ad must match the headline, because the headline tells people they've clicked the right ad or they've followed the right social media post. Make sure that you have a clear promise at the top of the page. By the way, do you want to launch your first course fast? Grab my free guide, 10 profitable courses you can create in a weekend. Inside, you'll get proven course ideas that work even if you've never built one before. It'll save you heaps of time trying to work out where to start. Please download it for free at mrwebmarketing.com. So if having great headlines is really important, what's the second most one? It's having a hook, okay? We use a Hook-Value-Payoff idea when we're putting together our sales page. Just like viral videos have a hook, your page needs to grab attention fast. The headlines got them there, and it's actually held them there long enough. Now you need a hook. You need a reason to keep readers engaged and then reward them with the next step. The whole point of a sales page is you basically draw people down through that content. Now, it doesn't matter whether it's a video or text. The point is you draw them in. The first headline draws them to the first paragraph, gets them reading the next paragraph, and so on and so forth. This is where many people make a mistake when they're writing their sales page for their training courses. They just put all the features and benefits on there and hope people will read down, but they're not dragging people through that text. And that's one of the reasons copywriters get paid a lot of money, because it's really hard to write compelling copy. But luckily, you've got AI and all sorts of things available to help you write compelling copy now. And you'll know too, when you read it or you give it to a friend to read, whether it works or not. They will tell you very quickly whether they stayed engaged in that content. You need to reward them as they move down through the page with the clear next step. And that's that whole pulling through. So the payoff at the end of that is the sale. So you've got the hook, you've got the value that draws you down, and then they get the payoff when they buy. Number 3, speak to one problem and to one person. This is where your avatar is really important. You got to know who it is you're selling to. Forget writing for everyone. Picture your ideal customer and speak to them directly. Talk about the problem and how it affects them and how your solution, your course, is going to fix that for them. You got to sell that cure. It's really important. But remember, you're writing for one person. I know that sounds weird because you're thinking, okay, I really want to sell to everybody on the internet, but it doesn't work that way. You're selling to one person who's a member of a group of people that you will attract to that particular niche topic. They'll be very similar in the problem they have, the issues they're facing, how they feel at that time. So it is totally possible to do this. And if you don't think it's possible, then it's highly likely you've never bought anything, because That's how all selling is done. So make sure you speak directly to them about that one problem. Number 4, build trust before pitching. Okay, add proof, testimonials, screenshots, your stories. Stories are really powerful. I've tried to include stories wherever I can when I'm making videos for you guys, but I'm not the best storyteller. But you just need one good story. People buy when they believe that you understand their pain and you have the cure. So get those testimonials as you keep selling. Get some feedback from the test people and use those as your testimonials with their permission. Make sure you include little videos showing aspects of the course if that's what it takes to sell, or use a video sales letter along with your text. There's so many things you can do to build trust. And part of that also is the off-page stuff. Make sure things like your LinkedIn profile's updated. Make sure your YouTube channel's updated. Make sure all those things are working together. You won't always get it right. We're constantly evolving. I am constantly having to clean up after myself, and I'm pretty messy. So the point that I'm trying to make here is that trust is built not just on the page, but all around the page. But the first place where it's really important is right there at the top of the page as you draw people down. You have to build that trust before you say, please buy from me. Number 5, make your offer simple. The worst thing you can do is give people complex combinations that they can buy from you. For example, get my book, or get my book and my course, or get my book, my course, and my coaching. The more things you offer together, the harder it is to make a decision. It's really hard. If you're selling a book, make a page about the book. If you're selling a course, make a page about the course. Now, that doesn't mean you can't bonus up extra things, but the product you're selling is that one product. It's very clear throughout all your sales copy. Buy my course. And I'll give you all these extra things free. I'll give you a free consult. I'll give you a copy of my book. So for example, if you buy my Micro Course Profits course, you'll get a free copy of my book, Micro Course Profits, which I sell through Amazon. It's a really great book. And I want you to have it because along with the course, it'll give you all the background information and you can have that free. But that's just a bonus to getting the course. So make your offer simple, make it easy to understand, and people find it easy to buy from you. Number 6, add urgency or incentive. Urgency is a hard one because if you're selling continuously, you can't say buy by midnight tonight and get 20% off. Because when they come back the next day because they got caught up or got called away and they find out that offer's still there, they're not going to trust you. So you're going to break the trust that you've already built. So if you're going to have a deadline, make sure that it is set in stone, that things go back to their full price. It's far better to bonus up or have a limited amount of spots that are available and then close the sales after that than it is to use a deadline, I personally feel, unless you're doing a launch and you're doing a special offer. But if you're going to keep selling a course on an ongoing basis, like my Micro Course Profits course, set the price, bonus it up, and get it out there and help people succeed. Look, urgency is good. You know, you need this now, so you probably should buy this now. That's fine using that language. I don't have a problem with that. In fact, I encourage you to use language to encourage your buyers to actually press the button. But just watch out on deadlines because it will come back to bite you. Number 7, finish with a strong call to action. Most people never ask people to actually buy. They go through all the sales and they talk about all the benefits and all the features and all that. And then at the end, they've just got a buy button. There's no encouragement to buy. Yes, it's a buy button, but maybe you need to put something like click below to get instant access above that button, or click here to buy now, or click here to get your copy. Join and become a member today. Talk to the people. Buttons don't have to be boring. Buttons don't have to be one word. We can do so much these days. When I first started doing it, you had to make a button in graphics and then you had to put the text on it in graphics and then you programmed the link onto that button. And that's all you could do. Originally, we didn't really do long buttons because it took so much work to actually make a graphic for that. Now, that's pretty simple stuff. Any web designer can do it. In fact, I'm sure you can do it. And if you're watching this video, you probably know that. Make sure you tell people who are going down your page what to do next. And that means having multiple calls to action. Don't wait till the very end to call people to buy. If you've got some really good information and it's a good spot right there, then put a buy button in. It's okay to have multiple buy buttons that either take people to the bottom of the page where the actual form is to buy, or takes them straight to the buy page, depending on how your cart's working. Everybody has something different. So those are the secrets to creating a sales page that actually sells. Your sales page isn't just words. It's the bridge between your knowledge and their results. You're trying to show them that you can help them get to this point. If you get that message, then you won't just sell more courses. You'll help more people actually take action on what you teach and solve their problems. Thanks for watching. If you got value from this video, please hit subscribe and tap like for the algorithm, and add a comment, which is good for me because it makes me feel like I'm actually helping someone. It really helps me create more content for you. And before you go, please grab my free guide, 10 Profitable Courses You Can Create in a Weekend. It's full of simple, proven ideas that you can build fast and start selling right away. Download that now at mrwebmarketing.com, and I'll see you in the next video.